Hello, welcome back. Christmas is over and so is New Year's, but Happy New Year's to everyone. Hope everybody had a good break, good holiday. Got to hang out with some family and friends, eat some turkey, maybe drink some eggnog. Anyways, finally getting to paint the old 396. There's a couple videos. This started off way back. I did some videos on just trying some de-rusting of the block. That was back quite a while ago. Not my best videos, but you get the gist of it if you happen to watch it. But here it is here, all together. I ran it on the my test stand that was donated by Skins Twisted Repairs, Fab. He's out of Leduc there. Good buddy, good welder, fabricator. He's the owner of the old Hot Wheels truck. Anyways, that's back a few videos, but yeah, here she is. So this is just a recap. This is the numbers matching 396 350 horse for a 70 Chevelle that I own. And this engine has been apart. Well, it was apart for, I would say, probably 40 plus years. So it's all back together. As you can see, cleaned up. I just gave it a nice coat of sealer. It's a DTM, direct to metal, so it will it'll bite into the nice clean cast iron, and it'll leave a good foundation for the paint. So I'm gonna put I've got some old PPG Delfleet single stage, an orange color I've had kicking around for a while. That's what I've been painting. It's so close to the arguable if it's 100% correct on the GM orange or not, but I mean, when it comes down to it, it's only original once. So she's stripped and repainted. It's not original paint anymore, but I'm not that fussy. As long as it looks correct, it'll look good when it's in the car. But this engine is all completely stock, other than the camshaft. 350 horse has I guess back in the day it was, I wouldn't call it, well, in today's world it's pretty mild. It's like 461, 480 lift, hydraulic cam, but I've put in a solid cam that I had kicking around here. It was already running another engine, so it was broke in. I knew it was good, and I just wanted to put it in to get this thing together. And so other than the camshaft, everything else is 100% all original. The matched cylinder heads, notice it runs a low-rise intake manifold. That's how they did it on the 70 Chevelle. Unfortunately, Corvette fucked it up for the Chevelles. Pardon my language, but yeah, the LS-6 was originally going to go in the Corvette, so they made a low-rise intake to clear the hood, but then it never happened. So when they put them in the Chevelles, to make up the extra hood clearance, they put about a 2-inch spacer on top of the carburetor. But that is the correct intake, being the low rise. For numbers people, I don't know if you can see the code. There's the CTX on there. Casting number back here, date code. Anyways, that's that's not the real important. Well, it's important to me because I own the car. I'm lucky enough to have the car and have the original engine. So I'm gonna give that a shot of orange here pretty quick. This is what the orange looks like. I know I've shown this lots. This is just needs to be cleaned up, but holds up pretty good. The valve covers are painted in that same orange, so I think it looks right, looks good, it's durable. It's a catalyzed product. So here's the LS-6. I cleaned up the block. You can see the bores are nice and straight. There's like nothing for wear. I gave it a quick mold. Got the pistons and rods for those that. So this is the factory LS-6. You can see the GM and the number on it. These rods were resized back when my dad first put this engine together. They've got 7/16 bolts, but these ones are aftermarket SPS. I actually haven't seen SPS rod bolts in quite a while. Curious in the comments if seems the majority of my viewers are out of the US. So I'm curious, are SPS bolts still commonly being used? For the most part up here, pretty much anybody going aftermarket, it's all ARP stuff. So I don't know if you can see the little letters in the camera there. I don't know if it'll show up or not. But yeah, you can see the dimple there on the rod. And yeah, so I got these cleaned up. They cleaned up real nice. So here's the 8 of them. And while we're looking at engine stuff, grab the crank here, try not to drop it. One of the viewers commented saying that this looked like a aftermarket crank. So it's been cleaned up and I had it polished. So no, this is the factory LS-6 crankshaft. You can see it's been polished. It has never been machined. It's still standard on both the mains and the throws, which is very nice. Hopefully it shows up in the video. But very nice piece. And this coloring on it, there's comments about it looking like an aftermarket crank. Well, this crank is factory tough treated right from the factory, so it's a hardening process that makes the surface here too a little more durable than just a regular crank. But it's forged steel and it's cross drilled, meaning that normal crank, it's not just, normally obviously the mains feed up into the throws, but you can see that see if it shows up, it's drilled right across. There we go. Drilled directly across as well. So the gray coloring is because this crank is nitrided from the factory, 454 LS-6 specific. Yeah, so local engine shop here in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm in Leduc County, but Beaumont is a city, but the main big city here, the closest one, Edmonton. So the machine shop that did this for me is Pro Stock. Did a beautiful job. They polished it. They cleaned up and dressed, chamfered the holes, It's a good thing to watch for, because around here you can get that little bit of material. It's almost like razor thin, but I've seen it even on brand new cranks where it kind of just overhangs a bit, and it's so thin it's actually kind of brittle. So it's a good idea to go in there and you know, I've gone in on other cranks with a, you know, either a sand roll lock or just a die grinder, and carefully just dress that out without, I mean, you don't want to touch this area here. But anyways, like I say, I had the machine shop, they cleaned her up, chamfered all the holes and polished it up. So I mean, I'm not sure what it's going to look like in the video, but in real, I can tell you that they look like it's almost like a mirror. You can, so I'm really happy with the job. Again, that's pro stock. I don't get any kickbacks, but I don't mind paid. I don't mind giving credit where credit is due. We've got seems to be less and less machine shops for us. There's a few around. Seems anyway. I mean, I could list probably 3 or 4 others, and they're all good. They all do good work. I mean, anybody who's been around for 20, 30 plus years, they're not still in business if they're not doing good work. That's the way I see it. So yeah, cleaned up, scrubbed her up real good. I've got bearings and rings on order. Viewers are probably laughing like, what, you can't get? Yeah, we can get bearings, but they're I wanted specific King brand, and they had to order them in. So I've got rings and bearings coming, and then I can start slopping this thing together. And again, this is, yep, I don't know how many times I've said 70 LS-6. Probably so many times people are getting sick of hearing about it. But I think a lot of people appreciate this older stuff. I mean, this was the trick stuff back in the day in 1970. If you had this, you were somebody. If you're a Mopar guy, you know, you'd be the Hemi guy. If you had a 426 Hemi, that would be your King Mopar, I guess. I don't know. I guess Dodge guys might argue that maybe it was the 446 pack, but anyways, you know what I'm getting at. Anyways, on the GM side, 1970, the LS-6 was pretty much the king for a factory out of the showroom piece. Okay, so just gonna slip this in the holder. Gonna quickly mix up some. Actually, I'll show you the paint. Yeah, let's go over. Okay. So this is the paint here. This is the orange. It's gonna, you know, it's always different. A little bit with red and orange paint. They always dry. When they dry, they're slightly different color. So if it doesn't look quite, or if it looks a little weirder or brighter when it dries, it looks more correct. But this is the this is the paint here. Delfleet. It's just some, like I say, some single stage I had kicking around. This is the hardener, and it has its own reducer as well. And it's a 6-to-1-to-1 mix. I've used it on wheels and stuff too. It's fairly durable, and I've painted a few engines now with it, and it's holds up pretty good. It doesn't seem to burn off or anything like that. So that's the main thing. And then here's this cluster I showed once. This 68 factory tack deal with all the gauges. So there's the, you know, your clock, and then you got the gauges insert there. And this was a really nice find. So I'm gonna get that. You see there's a few of the the plastic's broken in a few spots. I'm going to clean it up, fix up that, polish up the lens there, and then I'll get it installed in the car and sort the wiring out. But here's what the stock one looks like. I have the battery out. So here's the tack I installed. Right there, but mine didn't have a clock or nothing, so I put in. It actually looks all right, I think. Anyways, but there's the stock. Other than the tack that I've added there, but I'd like to get that. Like to get the factory tack installed. I think it'd be a neat touch. Yeah, it's crazy what I've seen some of these go for. All I can say is I did not pay what I've seen some of the asking prices for that. Okay, so gonna slip this in the old holder here, and we'll I need probably 2 or 3 minutes, so I still don't have an editing program, so now would be a good time to go grab a sandwich or a drink. Be back in like 2-3 minutes, mix up some paint and blow some orange on this. go. This is the gun I'll be using. I don't know if it'll show up. It's a lower line Iwata, but it actually sprays pretty nice. I'm usually using one like tip size 1.3, 1.4. Yeah, so blow a little orange on here. Oh, I'll let that flash off for a few minutes. and I'll put another coat. I won't keep videoing. Next video I'll show the finished product. But, yeah, two coats of color should get it. I want it covered, but I don't want the film thickness too heavy. The thicker you put the paint on, I know you'll hear that even on show, people will talk, or even on a car paint job, oh, this thing's got like 10 coats of clear. Well, it's actually not a good thing, because the thicker the material, the more prone or easier it is to chipping. Now the difference is on a vehicle. Well, I guess I can show you right here on this the stand. I guess I can show you on the 62 here. I did put 4 coats of clear on this, but the reason I put that is because I'm sanding and polishing, and I'm not sure how it looks in the video, but in real it actually looks pretty good. So I've sanded and polished the quarter here, so I gave myself a little bit of extra. Like I said, 4 coats of clear. I wouldn't say that's excessive. I mean, if you can get it in 2 coats and you're happy with how it looks, nothing wrong with that. Or 3, but like I said, I went 4 just because I know I'm going to sand off. I wanted to give myself some material to work with, so I'm not burning through. But that's how I've done this. And it's coming. Got the trunk. The trunk is sprayed. I think I've showed that. I might have to watch some of my own videos. Yeah, so that's it. So back at her a little bit in between back to work Monday, so kind of the last weekend to do anything. Got a few parts out for getting sandblasted for this car, just some odd stuff, brackets and things like that for under the hood that bolt from the fender to the rad support, to the firewall, and then I've got a couple pieces, the upper rad support that sits in front. I got that being blasted, and some inner fenders for a buddy. So when we get that back from sandblasting, probably next week, then I'll hang all that stuff in the booth and spray that. And yeah, we'll just keep picking away, and once I get some parts, bearings and that, start putting the LS-6 back together, and show some videos, maybe actual real progress of it going back together. But anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thanks for those of you that are subscribed and hanging in there. I feel challenged sometimes, don't know what to post or what to do, but I'll just keep winging it. So thanks for watching, and I guess for those of us near the Edmonton area, we'll try and stay warm. It dipped down, it's pretty cold. Last night it got down to minus 25 Celsius. We're on a different system there than the folks are in the US, but well below 0 Fahrenheit. Well below that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Till next time. Take it easy. Thanks.